Giant cockroaches seemed magically summoned, ready to devour all, elbow oxygen deprived and energy drained, causing the armored vehicle to topple like a drunk. But the rolling armored vehicle flung off the 3 guests, and those inside fell asleep from the impact. The out-of-control armored vehicle activated autopilot, charging towards Spaceship No. 1, leaving the 3 behind. The fallen ladies are surrounded by giant cockroaches. Lying in Spaceship No. 2, now Mosquito Pipe, stands with the captain, batting the cockroaches like heroes. The captain ushered in a horde of mutated cockroaches into Spaceship No. 2, seemingly hosting a roach party, and immediately ordered Ellen to close all vents and purge the determined to die with cockroaches. As oxygen dwindled, they struggled to breathe, fighting spirit sword. The cockroaches displayed ambitious bravado in their infighting, but the tough times forced them to compromise. In the end, they succumbed to the captain's shots, and as time dragged on and oxygen ran out, they withered away. By the time Zyuji and his team woke up, they had reached Spaceship No. 1. Upon entering the spacecraft, they hit the computer and found the system to be as broken as a used car pushing buttons made smoke. Just then, gunfire erupted outside, and the 2 doormen were caught off guard, unable to transform. The radiation on Mars transformed cockroaches into human-like creatures, muscular and speedy. To defeat these roaches, instead of the army, they sent some broke-down lowlifes. As you can imagine, their battle with the cockroaches was like a one-sided showdown. The girls thought the cockroaches would be a bit gentler, but instead, the roaches dealt her a swift garrote. The next second, this gentleman prepared to resist, but in front of the giant cockroach, he could only do a few jumping jacks before being knocked out cold. Cockroaches are strong and intelligent, using firearms. What can humans do? Transform. Zyuji quickly injected a cellular activator, instantly turning into a giant hornet, gracefully dodging bullets like a dancer. His main weapon is a toxic stinger, capable of instant kills on mutated cockroaches. Unlike other hornets, each of his attacks is like setting off fireworks, relentless. Next, another joined without backing down, transforming into a desert locust with incredible leg power to leap over a 9-story building. The vice-captain became a funny mantis, with strikes so sharp and agile that it was like watching a dance, leaving everyone in stitches. Before long, the 3 eliminated all cockroaches and decided to return to Spaceship No. 2, when a bizarre scene suddenly unfolded. Amidst the swirling smoke, a magnificent pyramid seemed to descend gracefully from the heavens, and at the same time, Spaceship No. 2's engines roared to life, instantaneously capturing Captain and Zyuji's keen attention. It turned out to be a drone operated by the professor, unveiling all the truth to them. The professor didn't expect a few to eradicate roaches. He sought special eggs on Mars. The 500-year-old spaceship was lost. Nevertheless, they managed to bring back a cockroach head to Earth, and through studying its DNA, the professor successfully invented insect gene modification. Although this technology still has risks and side effects, the professor plans to use the battle data of cockroaches to create an ultra-powerful insect army. Moreover, the cockroaches didn't just end up on Mars, they were purposely sent there by human machines. Everything's linked to that pyramid before them. Just before heading to Mars, the professor had already conned one of the crew. The ship couldn't take off because he had deliberately shut down the systems to get rid of those pesky crew members. Meanwhile, Spaceship No. 2 was operational again, and the captain woke up, baffled by the cockroaches. The next moment, the cockroaches started shedding their exoskeletons. That woman was a dead crew member sent me from before. The truth was finally coming to light. It turns out he wasn't killed by the cockroaches. He transformed using insect genes. This special stinger can numb the cockroach's nerves, turning them into his puppets. He lured a ton of roaches inside the ship, leveraging the captain to wipe out tons of them. Then he hid in a roach, smuggling its eggs onto the ship because the captain declined. At this point, Simi drew his gun and took out the captain in one swift motion, leaving the captain without a chance to fight back. Then he splashed water on Illing, who transformed into a sleeping mosquito that could feign death in life-or-death situations. In this state, even exposed to 500-degree heat for 5 minutes, frozen at minus 300 degrees, or soaked in alcohol for 199 hours, he wouldn't die. The combo is like an unkillable bug and a roach-controlling bug, and now the 2 undercover agents are ready to take off with the cockroach eggs. But unexpectedly, the roach eggs hatched early. One egg on the spaceship suddenly cracked open, unveiling adult roach humans inside. The dispatched little grasshopper hurriedly tried to use toxins to control the 2 newborn cockroaches, but little did they know, the roaches had already evolved immunity. In a sudden twist, he was killed by the cockroach, and the ship took off, returning to Earth with 2 roach humans. The little roach sensed danger and urgently cried for help, triggering the roaches in the ground to rapidly evolve wings in mere seconds. As hordes of cockroaches took off, they swarmed the spacecraft, dragging down Spaceship No. 2 effortlessly. The spaceship took heavy damage. The little roaches smartly managed to use seatbelts, but ultimately the ship plummeted to the ground anyway. At a critical moment, Illing feigned death as cockroaches rapidly evolved, shattering Dr. Shi's plan, with more mutated ones raining down. Now, only Zyuji and his 2 friends were left to resist the roaches on Mars. How would they handle this multitude of cockroach humans? by injecting cellular activators to transform, of course. Although their strengths were vastly different, they could only grit their teeth and fight. The three used their insect powers to take down the roaches. The ordinary mutated roaches were no match for them, quickly falling in droves. However, at that moment, a couple of new cockroaches with white markings emerged as leaders, starting to command the roach army. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more thrilling adventures with these cockroaches.